All aboard the Vibe train. We're about to leave the station in 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy First D.
He on site at the Grand in Monroe, Georgia.
Good job, man.
I'm a real student of the game. Yes, sir. What's going on? Yeah, man. Hey, man, look, right now you locked into the Vibes Blvd Podcast with your host, the one and only First D. I got a really special episode. It's quite a few topics we're going to run through. It's been an interesting few days since the last time we tapped in with each other. So round of applause for everybody for making it back with me for another edition of the Vibes Blvd Podcast. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't done so, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever the platform that you catch this on allows you to do. Make sure you do that. Subscribe to the notifications, everything, so you stay up to date before everybody else. Yeah, man, we got a few things to get into, man. Now, before I get into anything, I do want to welcome the new subscribers that have made it to the Vibe world since the last time I sat down here. Round of applause for you guys. Hopefully the content that I'm providing is good. Y'all stay tapped in with me. Spread the word. If you rocking with it, spread the word to your friends and everybody that you rock with. Let them know the Vibes Blvd Podcast is out. Yeah, man. All right, so the next thing, the first thing I want to get into, this right here is something that the fans, the basketball fans have been on the edge of their seats about for quite some time now. I've been seeing on different platforms that I've been watching. Speaking about the Joe Budden podcast, Mark Lamont Hill and Ice have been damn near begging LeBron at the end of every episode they've been begging LeBron, come to Philly. Well, it looks like these guys got what they wanted. LeBron James is bringing his talents to Philadelphia. He has signed a 2-year contract with the Philadelphia 76ers, and yeah, man, it's quite the move. So big round of applause for that. Now, admittedly, I'm not the biggest basketball fan. Generally, if it's during the playoffs, I usually tap in, or if it's like some big, like a big rival game or something like that. But for the most part, I'm not really just tapped in with everything going on like that. But what I will say is, people that are tapped in, they've been giving their opinions. Some people have been loving this move. Some people have been thinking that it's crazy, wondering why he decided to make that move to Philadelphia. And I definitely say it's interesting. Let me see if I can get some details on the meat and potatoes of the actual deal, because that was the most interesting part for me. So the type of deal that he has, like I said, it's a 2-year deal. 2-year deal for $8 million, which, when you think LeBron James, like $8 million and LeBron James don't even sound right. But yeah, he signed a 2-year deal. And the type of deal that it is, just a second, let me see. So the deal is what they call the veteran minimum expectation. And so he took a significant pay cut from the last season. His last season, he made $52.3 million, $52.5 million, somewhere in that area. And so this new deal, he's going to be getting paid that first year here, earned $3,876,529. That's for the 2026-2027 season. And for the 2027-2028 season, he'll earn $4,070,355. So yeah, that's a significant cut. Obviously, LeBron James, not trying to be in the man's pockets. He's set financially. I'm not thinking that he's worried about the money. At this point, he's been in the game. I believe this is actually his 24th season. This is a record-breaking season. Once again, no one player has played this many seasons in the NBA. He's 41 years old, and he said he says he feels like he still has something to offer the game. He was thinking about retiring after his last season with the Lakers, but he just still had that fire in him. A lot of people wanted to see him go to teams like the Golden State Warriors. They wanted to see him go to Miami. A lot of people were expecting him to go back to Cleveland. They were expecting him to go back home to the Cavs. But now he this right here, he said this is all about him winning a championship. So he's not really worried about the location. He's not worried about the money. He wanted to have himself set up in the best possible situation where he has a chance to win him another championship before he retires. And so, man, it's a bold move. Like I said, a lot of people have been criticizing the move. A lot of people have been championing the move. Whether you love it or hate it, LeBron James is now signed to the Philadelphia 76ers. So another round of applause for that. Yeah. I'll tell you this, though. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how everything pans out. Me personally, I want to see him get that other ring. Like shit, hopefully maybe he'll get one of these next 2 years, these last 2 years he signed for it. You never know. I want to see him do it. It's crazy, like when you think about it. This is his 24th season. It's his 24th season. Now I'm well into my 30s. Pretty much knocking on the 40s. And so I remember pre-LeBron. I actually, as a kid, seeing Michael Jordan play. But it's crazy to think the YNs that are like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, these guys were born and LeBron was already in his era. He was already there. And so, it's funny to think about. But yeah, it's crazy how he's had so many years in the league and been relevant all this time. Like, he hasn't been winning championships all 24 years, but he's been a relevant player and he's been a dominant player this entire time. So that's definitely major. Drop a couple bombs for that. Yeah, man, LeBron James, Philadelphia 76ers. That's gonna be something to see. So the next thing I want to get on to, man, this right here, it's kind of it's not really funny. It's a little it can be funny, depending on your state of mind when you're hearing everything and when you just think about it, but as far as the things that allegedly took place, that it's not funny. It's actually a horrible situation. So right now I want to get into the Stefon Diggs and Chris Blake Griffith debacle. This situation right here is strange to say the least. The things that Chris Blake have been alleging Stefon Diggs to have said to him to have done in his presence are beyond wild. You know, on the outside, we always think about, well, most people feel like guys that deal with a lot of women, have a lot of kids, you know, it's no way some of these allegations that Chris Blake Griffith have been making on Stefon Diggs could possibly be true. But before I get into any of that, I want to give a brief rundown of the scenario. So, from Chris Blake Griffith's point of view, what all happened? Well, this situation. He was like an influencer, is an influencer and a stylist. He was over, he was in the industry, and a lot of people were working with him. He began to get in high demand. He had a close relationship with Chrome Heart. He could get exclusive pieces before damn near anybody else. I can't remember exactly how. Some kind of way he ended up being a stylist for Stefon Diggs. He was dressing him for a lot of different events and different things he had going on. They were spending a lot of time together. At this point, what he's alleging is that during his time with Stefon, Stefon would be he was allegedly hypersexual. He would always be horny. One time he actually whipped out in front of him and started to get it cracking right there in the car. It was just the two of them. He said Stefon don't put his tongue in his ear, saying all kind of just crazy weird thing. Why? It's only weird if you're not somebody that is of the LGBT community, which as far as we all know, Stefon Diggs is not. Now, all of these allegations pretty much come after Chris Blake Griffith was attacked by Stefon Diggs' brother and two others, allegedly. They were waiting for him outside of his apartment. He had an apartment building that had exclusive elevator access, so the fact that they were even able to get in was a mystery in itself. But he was attacked by them. Now, he says that he was attacked because he turned down Stefon's sexual advances. Stefon and his team have come out to say that the reason he was upset and saying that Stefon made those sort of advances at him was because he fired him. He fired him because he was stealing money from him. Chris Blake Griffin says he had stole nothing from Stefon, and as a matter of fact, he worked for him for 4 months and never received a dime. Says he owed $80,000. Now, when the attack, they allegedly stole some items that he had on him, jewelry, a chain, like a wallet chain, a bag. He says over $100,000 worth of items were stolen from him. Now, he's yet to retrieve any of these items. He says he's even been kind of triggered and traumatized by seeing Stefon Diggs actually wearing a one-on-one Chrome Hearts piece that he has that they stole from him. He says he sees Stefon Diggs wearing it to events on red carpets, and he knows that it's his because it was a one-on-one piece. Man, right now everything is alleged. Like, this is something that they're going to court. This is it's like an ongoing thing. It's crazy. I'm gonna be honest though. I probably have an unpopular opinion about it. Some people might agree with me. Many people might disagree with me, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I believe him. I believe Chris Blake Griffith. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. The reason I believe him is because I'm watching the interviews. He's been doing a lot of interviews, and I know sometimes people feel like because sometimes the person that's the victim in these different situations are going around doing interviews and on a press run, that they're doing it to gain clout. And that could be true in some aspects, but in his interviews, he's been so detailed in the things he's saying. Like, I've been watching his Vlad TV interviews. He's been different parts have been dropping. He's been too detailed, and I try to think about what's the motivation otherwise. Now, like I said, I know a lot of people might disagree. They might think Stefon is on the up and up, and he wouldn't dare. Stefon wouldn't dare. Look, man, I don't really put nothing past nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any of these people personally, and like I said, it's all alleged. But if we're gonna go with what we believe and disbelieve, I got to tell you, I believe this one. Sorry, I believe it. I believe it. And I don't know, man. Just check out some of the interviews and listen. Like, I put it to you like this: either he's telling the truth in these interviews, or he's a complete psychopath, because the things that he's saying, he's believing it. It's not somebody that's sitting there putting on the act. Like, he's telling his truth. And you watch a couple other interviews, just listen to it. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. We gotta wait to see what happens when they actually go to court with it, and just see how the trial and everything pans out. But yeah, man, I believe it. I believe it. It's crazy, and like I said, it's weird, and it's not funny. Like, anytime someone is receiving those sort of sexual advances repeatedly, and that's not what they want, that's not a good thing. And getting jumped on, getting stolen, your personal items stolen from you and all that, like that's not a good thing. So it's not funny in that aspect, but when you just think about it, you think about it real quick, you're like, oh shit, what the hell? But yeah, man, I believe Chris Blake Griffith and the stories he's been telling. Now, someone that doesn't believe him has been Cardi B. She actually got on her social media and she responded to the things he's been saying. I'm not sure of her current status with Stefon Diggs, but I know that they are together. Let me see. I thought I had the video saved. I don't see the video saved, but Cardi B pretty much she got on her social media and been denying the claims that Chris Blake is making. She's saying that she's saying, like, why would Stefon do these things, and Buddy's just looking for clout and this and that. He actually has responded to her in some of the interviews that he's been dropping. He's been dropping some more recent interviews, and he's been kind of responding to her. It's all very entertaining. We don't ever want to see anybody get hurt behind this type of stuff, man. But hopefully, if it was wrongdoing, or if things were stolen and all that, let justice be served. If it's lies being told, let all that shit come to the light. We just gotta see how things pan out, man. It's what it is. It's just what it is, man. So I do have some updates I want to get into with the Nolan Wells investigation. So on the last episode, since the last episode, I actually I uploaded on my page Attorney Ben Crump going over the family's autopsy, the private autopsy that was done on their end. He was going over the results. Now, and you can see some of the images there on the screen in that picture there of Nolan. Let me go to this article. So this right here is definitely interesting. So the district attorney has come out and pretty much said, like, we know y'all want answers. Let's slow it down, let everything run its course. But let's get into it. So the district attorney overseeing the investigation into the death of Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells is urging patience as authorities continue their work, saying investigators must protect the integrity of the case despite the public's urgency to know what happened. Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers McIveth addressed the investigation in a social media post on Thursday, saying she understands the community's desire for answers, but the officials must allow the investigation to run its course. Our community is grieving the loss of Nolan Wells, she wrote. Nolan's family deserves answers, and our community deserves answers. McIveth said the case is following the same grand jury process used in other death investigations. Nolan's case is being handled the same way, with the same care and the same commitment to the truth that we handle all death investigations, she said. I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. She said investigators must thoroughly examine all available evidence before reaching any conclusions. Every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interviewed must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires, she said. McIveth also addressed questions about why authorities have released little information publicly, saying the decision is intended to protect the integrity of the investigation rather than withhold information. As divided as the discussion surrounding Nolan's death has become, I know we all want the same thing, to understand what happened to Nolan. She continued, with that being our shared goal, we must also share in the goal of protecting the integrity of how the truth is discovered. Wells' mother, Christine Wansley, appeared to address the public interest in the case and questions surrounding it in a Facebook post on Friday morning. People are focused on everything else, but the original question, which is, what happened to our son, Nolan Wells? Please start asking that question, she wrote. Wansley has been posting about the public backlash that the family say they are experiencing as they advocate for their son's case. My strength comes from the Lord above. I do not have the luxury of falling apart, she wrote on Wednesday. I have to keep advocating for my son, who is no longer here. Don't mistake me not crying and hollering as me not grieving. Wells went missing on the 4th of July after going on a boat trip with his friends to Horn Island in Mississippi. According to authorities, it appears Wells stayed behind on the island after his friends left. I tell you what, it could be that the investigation is taking so much time, like it's taking that much time, or it could be that they're trying to clean it up. It could be that they're trying to manipulate evidence in such a way that they could say, okay, it was no foul play. He just drowned. He's very athletic, great swimmer. He drowned. Nobody's seen him. As crowded as the island happened to be during that time, no one's seen him, but he just drowned. I don't know, man. I offer a lot of opposing opinions. Everything is alleged. I'm not saying that this is what's happening, but it's always mighty strange because it's very, very hard to imagine that if Nolan Wells had a more fair complexion, that it would not have already been arrest made. It's hard to imagine that being the case. And I don't know, man. It just seems to me that, like I said before, something seems fishy. It seems that something's being covered up. Someone or someone's are being protected. Only time will tell. We don't know what the results of the investigation will yield. We don't know if anything will go to trial, if anyone will be brought to trial. We're not sure if the family will receive justice in the way that they're legally looking to receive justice. We just gotta let this thing pan out, gotta let it play out and see what happens. But all at the same time, try to stay positive in thinking about it. We've seen the situation all too many times, man. We've seen it all too many times. And like I said in previous episodes, man, I'm not trying to sound divisive, but that's a tough conversation, man. What you gonna let your child do? You gonna let them hang out in these situations where they the only one that look like them? And we know Nolan was 18, so it wasn't a situation whether or not his parents had say so about who he was hanging out with. We know that's not the case. But I don't know, man. Have those conversations, have those talks. All right, man. The next thing I want to get into, this more craziness, man. This right here, the episode, I need to call this crazy-ish. Crazy-ish. Something, I don't know. But next thing I want to get into, Charleston White was allegedly shot at in Houston the other day. He was attending an event, I think it was a fundraising event for a local politician. It was a birthday celebration fundraising event. And he was allegedly shot at while leaving that event. Now, as soon as this news broke, as soon as it came out, I immediately seen Charleston White get online. He went live, and he's saying it was the shooting was done by affiliates of Jay Prince's label, Rap-A-Lot Records, based there in Houston, Texas. He said that it was members of that organization, Rap-A-Lot Records, Mob Ties, that conglomerate. It was members of that organization there, and they were kind of pressing up on him, asking him to apologize for things that he said about Jay Prince in the past. And before he was able to chop it up with him more thorough about, apologizing or how they were going to move forward with it, he says he was whisked outside by security. They walked him straight to his car. He got in the car. He left. He says that shots were fired. People there at the scene have been saying that the shots were actually, the only shot fired came from his car. So we don't know. It's all alleged. I do have audio of Charleston talking about it. Let me see if I can get to it. He has some very choice words for Jay Prince and his family, friends, affiliates. His organization is pretty vulgar. Not gonna lie, but everything been bleeped out, so we good. But let's go.
Prince is a Jay Prince mama. Them shot at me. You Jay Prince, you can suck my ass. You and your sons can suck my together, boy. So let me tell y'all while I'm talking to James Prince Sr. the way I'm talking to him today. I'm in Houston, Texas.
All right.
I'm in Houston, Texas, and I decided to go enjoy myself at Dr. Candace Matthews. Man, I done left everything in the car, man. And I was going to Dr. Candace Matthews party. So I went to Dr. Candace Matthews' birthday party, and just so happened the birthday party was in 5th Ward, Texas. 5th Ward, part of Houston. Everybody knows 5th Ward, that's James Prince hood. That's James Prince neighborhood. He loved 5th Ward. He take care of 5th Ward sissies, 5th Ward punks, and everything in prison. We already know that. So I show up in 5th Ward, knowing that this is James Prince, Rap-A-Lot, in Mob Ties neighborhood, right? I show up knowing this. I go to that neighborhood by myself, no mace, no gun, no nothing, me and a... Yeah. I go to 5th Ward, Texas. Walk up to me and say, hey, woo. One came to me and said, man, we just need you to apologize. Well, guess what my apology is? With my on Jay Prince's lips, him on his knees, him on his knees. You know what I am? I went to James Prince Hood, let them know I'm in the city. I went to 5th Ward by myself. And the wouldn't even take a plane to get me. It ain't nothing but a misdemeanor assault if you hit me upside the head. Man, ain't nothing but a misdemeanor assault if you hit me upside the head. Got the pistol and shot in the car. And I'm with a...
So yeah, that's all I'm gonna play.
Not only did
that's all I'm gonna play of it, man. It's Charleston White. One thing about Charleston White, he gonna speak his mind, but one thing he needs to realize, because everybody know that, he says it all the time. He will call the police. He gonna tell if you try to do anything to him. But he got to realize some people are willing to die and go to jail behind some of the disrespectful things that he's saying about them and their loved ones, their kids, friends, family, like crazy, dead parents. Like, man, some people willing to go all out behind this shit. Nobody care nothing about you saying you gonna call the police or you gonna get the FBI involved, man. These people is willing to go all the way out with it, some people. And I'm not putting this on Mob Ties and Rap-A-Lot or Jay Prince and his family. I'm just saying in general, like, some people willing to go all out behind that shit. And I mean, Charleston, he old enough to know, he know what's going on. I don't know what type of security he generally moves with to make him feel safe to say these things and show up in the places he say that he shows up. Man, you asking for it, bro. Asking for it. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I mean, he's saying that they shot at him. People there saying that the shot came out of his car. There was a Waymo car behind his car. The Waymo cars got cameras all on them, so it was recording everything. So they're gonna have to pull the footage from that car's cameras and see if they can see where the shots rang out from, or what direction they came from first, or how it go down. But it's crazy, man. I mean, this right here was like, how many chances do you get? Like, this was a shooting. You were unscathed. You didn't get hit. But we don't know what the next go around might be like. And with all the disrespectful things that you're putting out there, that's not cool. If you consider yourself an intelligent person, it's ways to get your point across without that extreme disrespect. Now, we know that this is the clout era and the reactionary era, and everybody wants to get that engagement on social media. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it's all about when you boil it all down. But man, it's just it's better ways of doing that shit, man. You got to keep a little bit of integrity. Like, damn, like, I understand, going, you get paid for your content, going out a lot for it, making sure you got the best shit out there, everybody reacting to it, but it got to be a limit. And I don't know, I mean, maybe these guys can look at themselves in the mirror. Maybe it's just me, and I know I can't talk about somebody's kid that don't die, and their parents don't die, and or brothers, and just saying the most awful, disrespectful things about these folk. I can't do it, but some of these guys built different, apparently, and Charleston White happens to be one of them. But just shit, bro, just keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel, because with all the stuff you've been saying, and you've been saying it for years, I can imagine there's a lot of people that want it. They want their head. Yeah, man, I feel like that's an unnecessary one. Like, you walk around talking cash money shit, got your chest stuck out. You online talking cash money shit. Like, you inviting people to the drama. Like, you inviting them to the crash. I don't know, man. These guys are different. So the next story, and we're gonna move on to the next thing, man. The next story I want to get into. This one right here. I kind of struggle with myself about whether or not I wanted to actually talk about this, because this actually occurred right in my hometown. And although I'm not, I'm no longer located in my hometown, it's still one of those close to home type situations. Since I had this podcast, and before this particular podcast, having other podcasts, one thing I always stayed away from was covering local things. Like I talk about everything under the sun, give my opinion on a lot of topics, and talk about everybody's situation. But when it came to something that was local, just because of the proximity, I would completely stay away from it. Now, the journalistic side of me, I always battle with that because, a story is a story. And if you have a platform where people tapping in with you and you are providing any type of level of news and coverage of things that's going on, I feel like it's an injustice to just completely ignore situations that's going on, so many times right at your back door, not far from it, and talk about other situations with other people, other cities, other states, other countries sometimes. With that being said, the next story I want to get into it's a sad one, very complicated. It's not very much information out about it right now. So on the screen right now, you see a woman. This right here is 31-year-old Ashley Brown of Monroe, Georgia. Now, she was arrested and charged after her 4-year-old daughter was shot multiple times inside a home on the 700 block of Ridge Road. Now, you can kind of, in the background, you can kind of see the apartments right there. Crazy situation. Crazy situation. It's like you're just trying to wrap your head around what could have possibly happened. Not many details have been released. I have been seeing on social media friends and individuals that are close to the situation. They have been chiming in, asking people to not speculate and to wait until more information comes out because everything may not be as it seems. So I definitely have been seeing that on social media, and I've also been seeing a lot of talks about mental health surrounding this situation. So it's very limited information available right now. We don't really know what happened, but we do know there was a call. Police responded to that call. It was an unknown call. They responded. They found the 4-year-old had been shot multiple times. They began immediately performing life-saving procedures, and the child was escorted in critical condition, escorted by a number of police agencies to an Atlanta area hospital. Crazy situation. And again, the mother was arrested, and there are quite a list of charges. So as of now, Ashley Brown has been charged with aggravated assault, aggravated battery, cruelty to children in the first degree, 2 counts of cruelty to children in the first degree, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and discharging a firearm within 300 feet of a roadway. A litany of charges. Now, this is an active investigation, and the Monroe Police Department is asking for anyone with information to come forward and provide them with that information. I don't, with it being such limited information, I don't really have, I don't have an opinion on it. I know this is very touchy, unexpected. Now I have been seeing again a lot of things on social media. A lot of people saying that this individual had been crying out for help for a long time, and it's very unfortunate when you're able to look back at situations retroactively and see, you can see where a person may have been beginning to go down that path of destruction, and a lot of times, sometimes we feel like we have more time. Sometimes we might not take things seriously. Sometimes we feel like, okay, they just playing, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I don't know the situation at all. So right now I'm just kind of shooting off the cuff, but a lot of times we do feel like we have more time. So when people are talking that way, we don't take it serious. So this right here, if we get nothing else out of this situation, let this be a wake up call to to listen to your people. And you got loved ones in your life that'll let you know something not right, something not something not it's not meshing with them how it needs to, or any type of situation they might be having going on that it might seem strange to you, it might seem small to you, but just listen to them and take them seriously when they are sharing those type of things with you. And hopefully this is a type of situation that we won't have to come across again. It's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. So right now, with all the limited information that we do have about it, all we can do is send thoughts and prayers. Pray for a speedy recovery of the 4-year-old. As of now, the last that I was reading, she's still in critical condition. Thoughts and prayers to the family. Thoughts and prayers to the family. As more information come out, we'll gain a better understanding of everything going on. But yeah, man, all we can do really send those thoughts and prayers to the family, and try to be respectful of everybody, of that family's as much as we can. Try to be respectful of their privacy. This is a very, very public situation, so I know to say that no one's gonna talk about it is impossible. I'm sitting here talking about it myself, but just tread a different type of way when you're talking about it, especially when it's people that's in a closer proximity to you. Give, if nothing else, give the fact that they are somebody, it's like your people, even though it might not be your people. In this world of shit going on 10 billion people, these people in close proximity to us, many times got the most in common with us. So, as y'all do talk about it and everything, try to be respectful in how you mention things, and but what I hope is that we all can just wait till more information comes out. But as of now, that's what's going on. And again, thoughts and prayers to the family. All right. The next thing I want to get into. This is a more upbeat topic. So on my last episode, I actually highlighted Rick Ross's album "Set in Stone." I talked about, to me, the album had just came out. I talked about that. To me, it's like rap album of the year type shit. When the album first dropped, the numbers. It's not really a factor because it's just not coming out. So you listening to what's been put out there. So I'm listening to it, not thinking about what it's gonna do. I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, this motherfucker hard. This is definitely gonna be rap album of the year." That's what I'm thinking. And to be honest, I'm still standing behind that. Although since then, more information about the album has come to light. So Rick Ross is expected to sell under 26,000 copies first week of this album. Definitely an underwhelming number for an artist of Rick Ross's caliber. Those type of numbers, when we start to see major artists like Rick Ross, when we see those type of numbers, we feel like it's over with. But that might not necessarily be the case. A lot of times, depending on the type of promotion that you're doing, it's not going to initially reach that crowd. But when it's a solid project, when it's that real deal, it's gonna make its rounds. It's gonna do what it need to do, and it's gonna reach the people it need to reach, and whatever accolades it need to gain, it's gonna eventually gain them. Well, Rick Ross, he's been receiving a lot of criticism about this project, and not about the project. Most things I've been hearing about the project, as far as people that have been listening to it, all the reviews, everybody think it's a solid album. It's everybody fucking with the album. But as far as the numbers, he's been getting a lot of flack. About that, and he has been responding. He pretty much not caring. He's saying he getting money all type of ways. He's not worried about the first week numbers. He's saying he got a solid album. I'm gonna play some of the audio of what Rick Ross was getting into. Just a second.
Mahogany Caskets, that's on fire. That's me and Tip. Me and my dog Lucci just dropped Ring Around the Rose. It's on fire. Y'all know I'm shooting videos to everything. Rose Rich. And it's a plus. The catalog shooting up. The catalog. I still own my catalog as of today. Album of the year. All y'all talking about bots, tell the bots to go get, when do the numbers come? I don't even know when the final numbers come out. Whatever my final numbers are, I'm going to throw a party for them. Because the book can do this. You understand? You get it?
So yeah, man, that's the gist of it. But he was going on and on and on for a minute. 50 Cent made a few posts about it. Y'all know 50 Cent and Rick Ross got a never-ending beef. 50 Cent was talking about it. He's shooting back at 50 Cent about his failed movie studio, production studio in Shreveport, Louisiana. But like I said, man, the album, I don't know about the first week numbers and all that, you know. I don't know. It might end up being more than what the projections are right now. Who knows? But as far as the album itself, it's listen to it. Go listen to it. Check it out. Like, that's all I can really say. Just check it out. Motherfucker is nice, high quality, pristine even. So I'm rocking with the album. Like I was saying though, so I think some of his antics sometimes it is more of a distraction, and I think that's what turned a lot of people away. Like he's so braggadocious. But it's not even just about being braggadocious, but it's like he, putting motherfuckers down in the process. And not only that, but beefing with Drake. A lot of people felt like, it wasn't really up to him. He kind of get butting in other people's business, beefing with Drake, and just a lot of things. I think a lot of factors contributed to it, but nonetheless, I think it's a solid body of work. I think over time, opinions about it are definitely going to change, and everybody going to be in agreement. Like this that motherfucker. We'll see, like towards the end of the year, if this is indeed album of the year. But yeah, man, as Rick Ross set in stone, expected to do under 26,000 units first week. Man, Trevor bomb. Yeah, man. So I'm hoping those numbers improve, and even if it's not first week numbers improving over time, let the motherfuckers continue to jump on up there, man. Continue to jump on up there. So the next thing I want to get into is some verses I didn't ever really think we needed, but it was YG versus The Game. It was in LA, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the biggest West Coast music fan. I know the hits. I know the big, the songs that are crossovers, the songs that are big. But I'm not just up on the artists out there and the different West Coast flows and whatnot. So it's not really nothing that really had my attention like that. But I did tap into it here and there, just checking it out. And I can tell you this. It was a real deal blood affair. Like it looked amazing. They had all the lights flashing and everybody in there got red on, because you got admitted blood game members on both sides, and yeah, it was a blood affair. And honestly, the clips that I seen wasn't even on so much of a battle type of vibe. It's more so just like kicking the shit. And they all YG and The Game also dropped a song that they have together. The song is called Red People. As they were premiering the song, The Game got a bottle of Don Julio, ran to the middle of the stage, chugged the entire bottle of Don Julio, went crazy. It was lit. It was very lit. And honestly, it was more entertaining than what I expected as being somebody that's not really into the West Coast music like that. It was cool. It was cool. Like I said, the verses we never knew we needed. But yeah, man, like I said, less than a battle, more so of just kicking the shit. They did their thing. They dropped the joint song together. Everybody in attendance seemed to love it because it seemed like everybody in attendance was Red Team. So yeah, it was one of those type of events. So salute to YG and the game. Salute to Timbaland, Switch Beats, keeping the verses brand going, keeping that whole movement alive. They started out in the pandemic when we couldn't be around each other, just to keep us entertained. Now it's shifted and metamorphosized into a whole new entity. Now it's a pop-up concert series that's on a whole different type of level. So big round of applause for them for keeping that going and doing big things with that. Yeah, it's pretty dang amazing. Pretty dang amazing. So we've actually come to the end of the show. I got one more thing I want to get into, man. Unfortunately, the war continues. The freaking war continues. The war with Iran is still going on. I don't have any notes queued up about it. I'm so disappointed. I'm just going to, just touch on a few things that have been standing out to me since the last time I actually spoke about things. Oh, man. Well, as most Americans can probably see right now, gas prices have begun to rise. Once again, oil is up. I believe it's back up to $100 a barrel. That means we definitely going to experience that spike at the gas pumps. I've already been seeing it. Very disappointing. The country who had been defeated militarily back in February, defeated militarily. Everything was done. They was done, completely gone. The Navy gone. Their missile manufacturing capabilities gone. Some kind of way has still been doing the damn thing. They still been doing it. This primitive third world country that we thought, that we've been told don't have nothing going on, still been doing it. No, what was going on is that we, the American people, have been lied to by either an administration that just don't know what the hell is going on, or the administration that's purposely trying to keep us in the dark about shit. Right now, it's a lot of news outlets that have been covering the Trump administration seemingly attempting to hide casualties that the United States have been facing. They've been hiding just how hard Iran has been hitting the United States, different United States bases in various countries. It hasn't been going nothing like they expected. Trump has been still trying to get a deal. Iran is continuously saying, we don't want a deal. It's over. We tried. We was trying to get a deal. Y'all didn't want it. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy listening to Israel, following behind Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. It seemed like every time we would be into serious negotiations with Iran, they would turn around and do the craziest, most backward thing in the world, and pretty much renege on everything they're talking about in the middle of talk sometimes. What you think these people gonna do? Like what you expect these people to do? Man, I'd be so happy when these sick, twisted, war hungry, money hungry, pedophilic, and all this is alleged. I'd be so happy when these motherfuckers get up out of there, and I just hope that they don't try to kill us all on their way out, because it seems like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill us all on their way out. Because when they know when they're out of there, they're out of there. A lot of these motherfuckers gonna be going to prison. Some of them even worse. And they got they shit. They probably trying to just, man, let's just crank this shit up to the maximum, make it all tip over before we get out of here. It's crazy, man. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, and you just get sick of being lied to by these people. Like they think we stupid. They think that we can't see what's out there. Like, nah, bro. Like, come on, man. Like what's really going on, man? What's really going on? I don't know. Everybody just stay vigilant, man, and don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. Pay attention. If you're watching certain news outlets, you might get the real. I say watch all of them so you get all sides of it. You know how even your opposing sides are thinking about shit. Tap into everything. Tap into me. I'm gonna give my lightweight coverage of it, so you get my perspective as well. It's crazy, man. Hopefully we start to see this stuff change. And by that I mean for the better, for sure. And hopefully it starts to happen before it gets to that point of no return. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. It's been another excellent episode of the Vibes Blvd Podcast. If you made it this far in the episode, I appreciate you. Round of applause for yourself. And I just want to leave y'all with a few words, man. And always remember this. Good vibes make the world go round. Bad vibes keep you from elevating. They have you stuck on the ground. Always stay true to yourself. Don't compromise for anybody. And if the vibe ain't right, remove yourself. Hey, look, man, I go by the name of First D. This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast, and I'm out.
What's going on, y'all? This is your boy First D.
Be on site at the Grand in Monroe, Georgia.
Yeah, man. I'm a real student of the game.